this is Dragon Feather, and I'm here to talk about divination tools. Now, I'm going to let you know right now that I do not have all the divination tools there are possible. I know there's YouTubers who have, and you should check them out so you can see what they look like. I would show you pictures, but I don't have any way of showing you pictures. So, the first divination tool I'm going to go over is crystal balls. I'm going to go over the ones that I have first, and then I will go over the ones that I don't have. And some of them are actually in the making. And one of my divination tools I actually made. So here is my crystal ball. Pretty decent size. It's not actually crystal. It's made of serpentine. And just a little quick look at it. I use my crystal ball for more than just divination. I use this as a representation for the goddess because it looks like the earth without the water around it. But it just kind of reminds me of that. It's a very nice crystal. Here's the stand for it, you know. I got this a long time ago. I went to a Renaissance festival and I won it for dunking the guy in the tank. So he was just cussing and all of that, and it was horrible. So I really focused on getting him to go down, and he did, and he ended up calling me a bitch, but whatever. That's what he's there for. And what do you use crystal balls for? Well, a lot of people know the crystal balls is the witches using them to look into the future. That's one thing you can use them for. Another thing you can use them for is trying to get answers. Like, you can ask them yes or no questions. I've never actually used my crystal ball for any form of divination. I'm actually just recently getting into divination because I am getting more into, I'm learning more about the actual, Wicca, and, I got my pentacle, you know, I feel like I'm more, devoted into it, so now I'm gonna start working more in my practice. Not just doing, rituals and spells. I'm actually going to start doing more meditation than I already have done, and divination is one thing that I'm going to start working on. And how you use crystal balls, I'm actually, for every single divination tool that I have, I'm going to make a video on how to use them. This is kind of, I guess you could say, an introduction to divination, but I'm going to go basically over the basics of divination in general. So this is just one of the many forms. This is my Serpentine crystal ball. Why isn't it crystal? I use a solid colored crystal ball because, crystal balls, they're easier to see things in, but I find I tend to have a blurrier thing because it's crystals, so they reflect off the light and they just come out blurry. This one, it's harder to use. I've tried to use this, but it haven't actually worked. So I guess I don't really say I have used it because I haven't really gotten an answer out of it. But it's a lot harder to use, but I've been told that the pictures are much clearer. What you get and your answers are much more clear. So yes, the next thing that you can use is a water scrying bowl. This is mine. I made it in ceramics. It was the first thing I did, and it actually came out quite terrible. I actually use it to make rose water. It's all burnt on the bottom. I like to use my tools for multiple purposes. This being I use it to make rose water, and since it's black inside, it tends to be kind of like a scrying mirror, which is the next thing I'm going to show you. And so it makes it easier to look into it and see things. The same thing goes with scrying mirrors and scrying bowls. You basically look into it and you have an answer in your head. A lot of people, what they do is they'll have a dropper and they'll look, and then they'll ask their question and drop some water in there. Or they'll have moon water in here, let's just say, and they'll drop a drop of sun water. Or they'll have sun water in here and they'll drop moon water in there. That's the most popular way, I believe, that people do divination. One of the things. And basically, yes, you just look in there, and I will go over it in a different video, but not right now. The next thing is a pendulum. Oh yeah, wait, just kidding. Just kidding. Scrying mirror. Hey, you can see myself. Oh, that's cool. Hi. Okay, anyway, so the next thing is a scrying mirror. And same thing goes with scrying dishes, like I just said. Scrying mirrors, you use it to ask this, except you don't put a drop of water on this, obviously. You just hold it in front of you like this. I actually did a video on scrying mirrors and how to use them. So I've already done this divination video. But I also go over how to make one of these because I made this. This is just an actual picture frame that I made. I did not buy it. Excuse me, I did not buy it. Alright, the next one is a pendulum. And these are usually strictly for yes or no questions. Mine is a tiger's eye pendulum, excuse me, but hold on. I wrap it around my wrist. And tuck it in so it stays. Alright, so this is a pendulum. It's a tiger's eye pendulum. Tiger's eye is my totem stones. I did a video on totem animals, but I think I should probably do a video on totem stones. So I will. My totem stones is tiger's eye and moonstone. And basically how you use pendulums is to figure out which one's right for you. You're going to hold it in front of you and make sure it is as steady as it possibly can go. And you can try and make it move with your mind. And then you could say, show me yes. And then show me no. You see? And a lot of people say you manipulate it. But see, that's the reason why I think that, like, yeah, you manipulate it. Not consciously, like, you don't move it. Like, your arm will, like, your arm shakes when you hold it above yourself like that. And that's how I believe the universe is manipulating you to manipulate the pendulum to give you the answer that you need. That's the way I interpret it. A lot of people say pendulums are a bunch of bullshit. So are tarot cards. Tarot cards is another form of divination. It's used basically to you ask it a question. If you've ever gotten a tarot reading, you would definitely know. But that's another form of divination, and I tend to not really like that form of divination. Not sure why. But yeah, that's pendulums. And I will go over pendulums in an entire different video altogether. There's also dowsing rods, and you hold them and they usually cross for yes and they point outwards for no. I'm not very familiar with dowsing rods and I don't know if I'll ever get them. So if you want to learn how to use them, I suggest looking at another channel. Because I'm not an expert in that and I don't want to give you guys wrong information. Another thing you guys can use is runes. I'm in the middle of making my runes in my ceramics class. And basically, there's a bunch of different meanings. I had a rune video that I went over. And you basically can either lay them out on the table, you can pick a couple stones out, a couple runes out, and blah 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 blah. I'll do a video on how to use runes once mine are made. Another form of divination, let's see, I went over these runes. I have a feeling I'm missing some. Of course I'm missing some, there's so many. I mean, even visualization can be used as divination. Not necessarily just normal visualization, but I went over pathworking. I did a pathworking video. That is a form of divination. So, if there's any ones that I missed, leave a comment below just saying, oh, you forgot this one. And I will do, like, I guess if I forgot too many of them, I'll actually do a part 2 to this. So, yes, by the way, I'm running out of time, so I don't think I'd have time to talk about anymore anyway. I feel like I'm missing a really, like, mainstream one. But yeah. Anyway, if you have any questions about divination, let me know. I'll help you out. But until next time, blessed be, and bye.